and welcome to the Meeple Mentor YouTube channel. I'm Jared. Today we're doing an unboxing for a Kickstarter that just delivered, which is an expansion to the Garphill Games Architects of the West Kingdom, one of my favorite worker placement games. It's one of those games where you start with like 25 workers because they can get captured, they can get sent to jail, all sorts of fun stuff. There were two expansions. The first one's already been out. It's called Age of Artisans. And this is the newest one called Works of Wonder. I have not opened this. I have not played it. I want to open it on camera for everybody and see what's inside. I also picked up through the Kickstarter both a set of more metal coins, because I think this adds some more, and also a big box, right? Which is basically, my understanding, is an empty box, maybe with or without a insert, essentially to let you put all the expansions and base game into one single box, because if you have the first expansion and you know how small these boxes are, as you can see, it's already pretty full. So I definitely needed to get something to keep them all together. It's a nice looking box. It's got some cool art. There's no printed text on the front. And it just kind of goes through here. That it does say that there's some promo cards inside this, so we'll need to take a look at those. It says it's the collector's box. The only contents are plastic insert and the promo set. So let's just look at that real quick, and then we'll move into the meat and potatoes here of Works of Wonder. So here is that insert. It is a pretty solid plastic insert. It's got a little bit of a textured feel to it, almost kind of like it's just kind of a thicker plastic, I think. Very sturdy feeling. It doesn't kind of move very much. So just various places to go, put things. And I'll just open the promo card set here, and we may or may not know what these are and how they work, but this looks like something that you can apply to your game to change some of the silversmith and king's storehouse things. This might be for solo play. I don't know. We'll look into that. Let's see. Let's start with like cards. So the blue ones, the people you can kind of hire. You've got some of the strongman cards, which have various abilities. As you can see, they've got different icons there, and they have this stuff here, which I think some of those icons have to do with the Works of Wonder, because I don't recognize that shape, but that's cool. And then the other one here is the Traveler, which there's three different Travelers with the same image, but different abilities that you can get. So looks like when you gain a blue card or gain one of these debts, or not debts, but the Age of Artisans cards, then you get a blue bump and money. So pretty good. I like that. I'll just put those right there. And then the green ones, which we know are kind of the buildings. So we've got the Archive, the Almshouse, and the Vineyard. So I'll just kind of hold them out here and let the camera show you here. Various points, what you can see, 8, 4, 10 points for these. You can see you can go down on these two to draw a card. That's an instant. You also gain a purple when you get this Almshouse. This one, the Vineyard, you get at the end of the game 3 points per gold adornment, which I think that's what they're called, for stuff put onto your buildings. And then this is a blue. As soon as you get it, you get a blue rank for each of the cards that you have that were part of the Age of Artisans. So kind of stuff that meshes well with the both of the expansions. And then these are more of those types of cards that the adorn on the top, and then the stuff on the bottom. Just different. These are multi-use cards, right? So when you get them, you kind of either get their top benefit and then place them on one of your buildings, or you put them for their bottom benefit, which can earn you end of game points. So here's what these are. They're not named, but each of them are worth points, just like the others in that deck. So that is what's in here. I'm going to set this aside just a little bit. We'll just open the coins. If you've played with the metal coins before, you'll be very familiar with how these look and feel, but they are metal, which is always fun. I like using metal coins when possible for games that have them, especially that, you know, your coins are your currency. These are printed for the, you know, the West Kingdom, the Raiders, like these games specifically. So they have this really nice feel. I'll kind of hold them up to the camera there. They're heavy, they chink together, and they've got some language on here that I don't know. Yep. It might be made up for the game, it might not. I don't know. But that's that. I'm actually going to return these back into the larger bag. So then set that over here. Lastly, this box. This is the new expansion, the Works of Wonder. So let's take a look, read the back. It includes 5 big wonder tokens. All the components are listed. In Architects of the West Kingdom, Works of Wonder, builders from far and wide have traveled to partake in the king's latest endeavor, 5 glorious monuments to beautify the city. However, not just any architect can be entrusted with such a task. Only those of influence and charitable reputation shall receive this great honor. Will you accompany the princess as she surveys the projects or rally support from the elusive profiteer? So certainly some more special buildings that you can build, because a large part of the game you're either building cathedrals or building your own little buildings, you know, that make up the West Kingdom. And this adds Works of Wonder. So special, 5 special monument type buildings. Let's see here. All right. Opened. We have the rule book on top, fully illustrated, just like the rest of them. Looking good. Solo variant. Excellent. So all of this can be soloed with the existing solo rules. There's also co-op variants, so that's nice. And then the new buildings and apprentices, new player boards, all these are referenced here on the back and the back pages. So when you're needing to look them up, very handy reference. There's a new board. So this will be added to the side. And here is the blue track here that we saw on some of those promo cards. I don't know yet how this all works, but there's some, this one's sideways. We've got 2 and then a blue stack here. This might extend some of the, I think it just extends the number of people you can get, which might have to do with player count or just because you're doing more stuff with this game. I don't know, more options is good. This card definitely looks like the promo card that we, or not card, but this location looks like the promo card that we saw. So I wonder if this is, the card is just another way to pass it around the board or, you know, hand to different people, or if it's different and you can put it on there for various gameplay. Don't know yet. Looks like here, whenever you go up on these tracks, you get a draw green card, which is a nice benefit. So going up and down on there has some benefit other than just trying to stay at the top or trying to stay at the bottom in a consistent way. And over here, just some icons on what you can do with or spend the stuff to do. So you spend 2, you can do these, you can spend 4, you can do those, and end of game, some way to get gold or something like that. I don't know. And then this, I don't know what it does, but it's there. It's cool. We have a deck of cards. We have some player boards. Let's look at the boards for a second before we get into the cards. Okay. So we have these, which kind of look a little different. Peddler, Illusionist, Enforcer, Aristocrat, Meddler, and Patron. I'm not sure how these all work, but here's what we've got. We'll have to read through the rules and figure all that out. If you are interested in Architects of the West Kingdom and maybe you haven't played the original game, I have a tutorial video on the channel which I do explain everything in the base game, which is a lot of fun, and I recommend you play it if you haven't. Here you've got the other new player boards that you can mix into your game with all the various, by their clothing, you can see the color kind of that they match. And on the backs, there you go. I believe these are the standard sides of their board, so it should match every single player. But I like using the special abilities and the special sides for variants and variable play, and then your starting stuff is a little different, as you can see. So that's what these look like. Very nice. Same quality as the rest of the game that you're familiar with. And let's open some cards and see what some of the new cards are. And ta-da! So we have this deck, which we don't know what it does because this is exclusively part of this expansion. And so we're just gonna skim through these. I'll let you take a look. Cards are good quality, as to be expected. It kind of has that textured feel. Yeah, you can kind of hear it a little bit. It's good. It's good. This one. So we've got another one of these that we saw on the promo card. So it might go there. It might flip over. Are these the same? Are these the same? No, no. So, makes me wonder if this whole deck goes there, and then at some point you flip them over, or you can gain them, or they might affect each round, stuff like that. And then, I would imagine it probably sits here. That would make sense to me. But I haven't read the rules, but that looks right. And what is that guy? What is he doing? And why are these upside down? Interesting. So we've got this thing. Only one card in the game with this guy on it. And that's what it is right here. I don't know exactly. I like the artwork. I'll just set that aside for a little bit here. We've got these, which are the 5 wonders that you can build, I'm sure, which will correspond to some of these miniatures. But they opted to put them up here as cards that I wonder what the difference is here. I don't see a difference. I don't see a difference. Okay. So yeah, they're just going to be there, and they're the same on either side. That's fine, because you just need to know what they are, and whoever builds it, then you get it. Looks like it's going to cost you some money, or perhaps that, I don't know, maybe you get that. But they are worth a lot of points, so each one's worth a little bit different. This being the most. Nope, this one being the most. They're not named, so I can't tell you what they are without reading the rules. Alright, let's put that aside. We have new buildings and new artisans. So, or artisans? Yeah. Buildings. So it looks like we've got the expansion icon on these, so you could, separate them out if you don't want to use them pretty easily to see them. But I'll just flip through these so you can see. You got some nice artwork in here, very colorful. These are named locations, very useful. The studio, the theater, Tyler's Hall, the vault, and the wall. You just build the wall. Pink Floyd. Very good. And the blue new people. So these are usually ones that give you an ongoing benefit, usually. So they name the different locations that you might be taking in action. And then when you do that action, these guys kind of trigger their ability to make it a better action for you. The pickpocket, the racketeer, the squire, street urchin, swindler, tinker. And also to note, like, each of these, it seems like there's like 3 copies of everybody, but they all work a little differently. Their abilities are a little different, so that's kind of neat. So you can put those in with the base game, include everything, and should be good. Oh, we got some more cards. So some more benefits for going up the cathedral track, if you will. And I don't know, since there's a lot in here, I don't know if you're going to be able to like increase the number of cards that go into that pile, because I know once they're gone, then they're gone. They might have changed that rule so that you have more of these. So every time you build, hopefully you will get something better than just the printed benefit on the board. But it's always nice that that's an option. So then we've got new pieces, all new pieces, wood pieces. So hopefully none of these have broken in transit, right? We've got these people, which like mom and pop kind of reminds me of viticulture a little bit. You know, special ability workers kind of thing. I don't know how they're used, but there's only 2. You've got a green disc token that might do something new, but you do have another tracker token for each player's color for, of course, this new track, right? So I don't know where this goes, but we'll figure that one out. Maybe next to it. I don't know. And then we have the actual new wooden pieces for the actual monuments. Why are they wooden? Why are they like actual tokens? Obviously you've got the cards. So what is the need for the big chunky pieces? I don't know. Maybe they go somewhere. Maybe they benefit an extra benefit on action spaces if they're built there. I don't know. I think that would be a cool idea if not. But these are cool. They're nice designs. They're very thick cut pieces. They're chunky is a good word for it. Very distinguishable. So even if you're colorblind or anything like that, these are very uniquely shaped, regardless of the colors. I can't tell you if these colors are similar if you're colorblind, because I'm not colorblind. But this is everything in the box, plus an insert, which will likely be thrown out because we have the big box, the collector's box. So all of this with the original game is going to go in this box later. But that is everything in the Works of Wonder expansion. And thank you for tuning in to this unboxing. That's it for now. Stick around for board game tutorials, news, a podcast, and other unboxings, certainly. So I've been Jared. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.